In the evolution of strategic thinking, the transition from intuition to informed action represents a critical inflection point. Having constructed robust synthetic personas and meticulously mapped their customer journey, the next objective is calibration, reconciling our structured assumptions against the living, dynamic reality of the market. At the junction where business logic converges with data science within the strategic sandwich framework, sentiment analysis emerges as an indispensable tool for the modern strategist. The core premise of sentiment analysis rests upon its unique ability to transform an overwhelming flood of qualitative market conversation into actionable, quantitative insights. Where a cursory glance might produce an indistinct sense of positivity or negativity. Colloquially, mere vibes, the high-earning strategist operates upon hard metrics. Is the predominant market emotion excitement for a new product, frustration at incumbent pricing, or latent skepticism regarding authenticity? The answer, once elusive, is now algorithmically accessible. Sentiment analysis employs natural language processing, NLP, algorithms to dissect digital communications, words, phrases, comments, and posts. These are systematically categorized along a triadic spectrum: positive, negative, or neutral. To illustrate, consider a scenario where a trending product pulls in thousands of comments across platforms. While the casual observer risks information overload, the strategist leverages NLP models, which surface that 70% of audience discourse clusters around price frustration, while 20% radiates genuine enthusiasm for newly launched features. Armed with such clarity, the strategist is positioned to outmaneuver competitors who are still guessing. Professional sentiment analysis at scale is facilitated by a triad of tool sets. First, social listening platforms such as Brandwatch or Sprout Social operate as meta-observers, tracking specified keywords and assigning nuanced emotional scores to the ongoing digital conversation. Second, native platform insights, increasingly available through the analytical suites of giants like TikTok and Instagram, provide search intent and common keyword clusters natively, bringing insight one layer closer to user behavior. Third, AI aggregators further expand the strategist's tool belt. By exporting voluminous comment datasets, strategists can invoke AI to instantly summarize and hierarchize the dominant emotional objections or driving excitements intrinsic to the discourse. The analytical process does not culminate with the acquisition of sentiment data. Rather, it is the interpretation, translating sentiment into operational strategy, that unlocks competitive advantage. In niches where negative sentiment prevails, such as a community awash with the belief that all SEO courses are scams, the strategist pivots the messaging architecture. Here, a tone of authority and radical transparency becomes paramount. Techniques such as the pain trigger from foundational modules serve not to avoid skepticism, but to overtly confront it, energizing credibility before advancing any solutions. Conversely, when positive sentiment is dominant, the recommended response is acceleration rather than mere accommodation. Channeling this momentum via the dynamic deployment of social proof, user-generated content, and real-time testimonials enables the strategist to ride and even amplify waves of communal enthusiasm. Most compellingly, sentiment is not simply a retroactive diagnostic tool. It is a leading indicator. Early detection of subtle transitions, such as a slide from positive to neutral within a loyal community, foreshadows content fatigue and signals an impending decline in reach and engagement. Strategists alert to these inflections can preemptively re-engineer campaign pacing or content type before quantifiable losses become evident. Mastering sentiment analysis, therefore, is not a matter of passive observation, but proactive orchestration. by mining, mapping, and mobilizing real-time emotional data. The high-earning strategist evolves from reacting to the market to anticipating it, synchronizing every message to the pulse of audience emotion. In an environment where tone, timing, and transparency are transactional, this proficiency becomes not merely advantageous, but essential.